speaking on House Bill 4321 today. In large underpaid police agencies, you are bound to find a few bad apples. But we as legislators despise when two of our former members cast a terrible opinion on us for all the good that we do in this House. I can tell you, as my experience as a prosecuting attorney that works side by side with prosecutors for over 4.5 years, the good cops that put their lives on the line day in and day out despise the bad actors in their law enforcement agencies. Still, even when mistakes are made and authority is misused, there are safeguards in place and there are remedies in place decided by the Fourth Amendment rights that we all have, given to us on opinions by the Supreme Court of the United States. These safeguards for our protections and for our rights are already in place. The most recent decision that the Supreme Court decided in this particular case in regarding somebody's Fourth Amendment rights into an unwarranted search into their homes was Fernandez versus California. And in that case, the Supreme Court specifically stated that when the police come to your doorstep and you have one person that consents to a warrantless search while another person objects to that warrantless search, the police cannot enter that home. So what are we doing with this piece of legislation? Why are we going against what the Supreme Court of the United States has already made clear? We as legislators in this body do not need to be doing that. I say that this bill creates confusion. It does exactly the opposite of what its intentions are. We as legislators that sit here today, we hear things about residents of households, exigent circumstances, plain view, and we don't know what they mean. I, as a prosecuted 4.5 years, and I know what they mean. And I can tell you that this law will muddy the waters in regards to what the Fourth Amendment does and the rights that it already guarantees under the Supreme Court of the United States. As I stated before, this legislature is trying to do the right thing. But if this law is passed, I can guarantee you that more heroin dealers will be flushing heroin down the toilets, more drunk drivers will be getting away with serious injury automobile accidents. And in Fernandez versus California, where Fernandez, he was alleged to have committed an armed robbery, went inside of his home, battered a woman. The police got the consent of that woman to enter that house, but Fernandez opposed that search, that warrantless search. He was later arrested on the facts of the unarmed robbery, removed from that house, and the police then, under the consent of the battered woman, went into that house. So I ask you, who are we looking out for in this law? Are we looking out for the armed robber, the criminal, or are we looking out for our law enforcement agencies, our men and women in blue who risk their lives on a daily basis? Because I can assure you that if this law is passed, you're going to have more zealous defense attorneys making disingenuous arguments as to misrepresenting what this legislature intended to do today. And that's wrong. I am always going to be on the side of law enforcement, not the criminals that are looking for more rights. Thank you.